Наверное, работает. Я тебе, кстати, кофе купил. Natura Selection, капучино, карамель, фермерское молоко, кофейное зерна из Бразилии. В баночке. Самое тупое, наверное, что я мог вообще в жизни делать, но я это зачем-то сделал. Еще я накормил клавиатуру, поэтому у меня она сейчас не работает. Посмотрим, оклемается ли, но возможно и нет. Так, надо открыть, ну, чтобы видеть хоть что-то, что я вообще делаю. Во. С азванием. Да, сложно без клавиатуры набирать хоть что-то. Итак, дегустация. Давно этого не было на стримах. Наверное, с момента, когда я еще стримил сам себе, черт пойми зачем. А потом первый раз начал стримить Геншин, меня засрали, сказали пошел нахрен, идиот, ты ничего не спросишь в этой игре. Потом я снова начал вот эту вот хрень. Каждую неделю покупая новую хрень, просто чтобы попробовать, посмотреть. Пока что единственное, господи, ко мне уже придираются. Так вот, каждую неделю я покупал новую хрень и говорил, что это хрень. И на данный момент была только одна хрень, которая мне прям понравилась. Это господи, монат какой-то был. То ли армянский, то ли что-то типа того. Даже не знаю, я его в последнее время вообще нигде не видел, да и там я буквально стащил последнюю, блин, бутылку, которая уже давно не числилась в магазине. Это было, да, это, конечно, было то еще веселье. Natura Selection капучино карамель, молочный кофейный напиток стерилизованный. На вкус очень напоминает просто заварное кофе. Причем вот заварное, которое быстро растворимое, вот это вот лажа. Карамели я не чувствую совсем, а молоко дешмань. Какая-то полужирная, полпроцента, разве что. За что я тут отдал 100 рублей, я не понимаю, 160. А без скидки оно вообще 250. Лажа какая-то. По этой цене можно купить заварного кофе, этого, господи, как его там. Ну, короче, в таких пакетиках серебряных за 3-4 рубля можно купить и сделать огромную кружку себе нормального чего-то. Тут разве что за баночку можно заплатить. И то. Ну, так вот. Так вот. Вот так вот. Что у меня тут еще осталось-то? Войдите в игру. Ни хрена себе, я вошел в игру. Да. Это действительно достижение ежедневное. Ага, конечно, еженедельное в лучшем случае. Бумажные обжоры. Ладно. Сегодня у меня будет два стрима. Один утром, другой вечером. То есть один сейчас, второй чуть попозже. Сейчас я... О май гад был. Игра, в которую я не играю. Сейчас я. Сейчас я пройду по-быстрому сюжет, а вечером буду просто боевку. Блин, и сколько тут? 220 миллилитров, блин. Кубы. А крутое пиво? Погодите-ка.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
Что-то даже не знаю, что-то какое-то странное ощущение. Если это пивнуха какая-то делает эти баклажки, то я не понимаю, почему так плохо. Ну, то есть, кофе, конечно, кисловатый, но даже не в этом проблема. Нет, 5. Ни хрена. Ладно. Ну хотя бы ульту накопил. Я надеюсь, мне дадут ультой поиграть. А, ну да, дадут. Ну, ультой вот хотя бы урон наносит. А то так мне проще уже их вот так добить. Ну, буквально. Кружочек остался.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for deliveries to get intercepted. That's why this job needs guards like us.
Paimon was impressed by your moves back there. You seem like a real pro.
Oh, that's not a skill I learned on the job. It's just a hobby. Have you ever heard of wushu dancing? Really? Wushu dancing is famous in Chunyu Vale. Performers might be invited to promote the opening of a business or to spread good fortune during a holiday season. But I must admit, it has nothing on the popularity. I'm also well aware that people in Liyue Harbor aren't exactly jumping at the chance to watch wushu dancing. So, it's...
Huh? You have 2 jobs? How do you have the energy to do it?
It's not that tiring. You just have to take a rest.
Ah, Paimon gets it, so you must sleep a lot then.
Not really. Just yesterday I stayed up all night playing cards.
Oh.
Let's go. The docks are just up ahead.
Ладно. Что-то в этом инструменте не так. Который вот это... Какой-то он слишком гнусавый, как будто бы мимо ноты играет. Хотя, может быть, я уже просто поехал.
Finally, we can rest. Ooh, Paimon's shoulders are so stiff. And her stomach so empty.
Бедная
Sorry,
Таня.
sorry. Did I push the pace a bit too much? I mean, you were the ones.
Leo is just too hilly. Floating up and down so much. Where's Paimon out? Oh, Paimon was finally satisfied and...
Aw. Would you like some winter melon cake? I have some on me that I bought from a store.
Yes, Paimon will take all you...
You might want to pace yourself there, or you'll be too full to eat a proper meal later.
Paimon never gets too full. Just like... Oh, just like you apparently never get tired, no matter how far you walk or how many jobs you work.
Ah, I see. Then here you go, Paimon. And for you, traveler. Enjoy. And here's some for you too, Uncle Bosu. Don't think I forgot about you, my friend. I'll just set it to the side here for you.
Дед, по-моему, на него так недобро посмотрел,
That hit the
что
spot.
немного не со всеми
Paimon
ладит.
thought she was going to starve to death for a minute there.
That close of a call, huh? I've been eating winter melon cake ever since I was a kid. You can buy them from all sorts of places, whether it's a small vendor on the side of the road or a big restaurant in the city. But each place produces cakes with a slightly different flavor. If you like these ones, I can give you the address of the shop I bought them from. I'll just have to check when we get back. oh, all my jabbering must be making it difficult for you to enjoy the scenery in peace, huh?
Попробуй говорить помедленнее, а?
Okay.
Хотя, с другой стороны, если там столько тех, то понятно, почему он так быстро говорит. Ему надо хоть как-то уложиться в
Aw,
тот
good
объем,
Paimon
который
is a happy
дается ему
Paimon,
на
huh?
это время.
Hey, Paimon can be in a good mood anytime she wants.
В сравнении с ним, Пайман очень медленный, кажется. Да, я очень плохо строю фразы, когда говорю очень быстро. Но, блин, мне не сравниться с ним.
Need some fresh bamboo for this.
Woohoo! We're here!
Don't forget your things, and watch your step as you get off the raft, or you're in for a swim. Thanks for the ride, Uncle Bosu. You take care of yourself now. I'll see you some other time. Okay, follow me. This way is fastest. We'll have to take the elevator up to the...
Точно. Уже надо подниматься полгода. Ну, кстати. Нет, говорить. Юань, господи, это я просто не знаю, оно, по-моему, шире, чем он. Ебать, ужас.
Hey! Slow down. I'm begging you.
What is it? No one's gonna try any funny business when the street is this packed, right?
Мирской наемник людей.
Oh, well... how should I put it?
Come on, spit it out.
Do you see that group of people over there? Those are my relatives.
Wow, you sure have a big family.
Once they start buying things, they won't stop perusing till it gets dark. This is bad.
They're your family, not your arch enemies. What's there to be afraid of? Unless... Oh, did you do something horrible to them?
No, it's not that. I'm just not that good at dealing with my family. It would be best if we could steer clear of them. I'll explain more when we have the chance, but right now, we've got a job to do.
Ну, короче, Кути номер 3.
The left side looks pretty packed. Let's go straight. Slow and steady wins the race.
Господи, куда ты
Let's wait here
прешься?
for a second. Maybe my aunt will leave.
Можно обойти с обратной стороны здания. Мальчик, мальчик, ты сильно умный? Эй, тетя, тетя, тетя.
Let's go.
Turn left. Run.
Ладно,
To the right and...
Solid practice
понятно.
training.
Wow, you guys are good. I'm impressed.
That was nothing. It was a piece of cake. Oh, winter melon.
You really liked it, huh? Ooh, you know what? I'll buy you a whole bunch and pile them so...
As long as you don't wind up drowning.
Hey, Uncle Drugway. These are my friends, the Traveler and Paimon. They came to deliver some goods with me. So, I guess I'll go ahead and take these over to Uncle Yongzan then?
Yes, thanks for your hard work. I should thank you both for your trouble as well. Please take a seat and rest for a bit. I'll prepare some tea.
No need. We'll be off soon anyway.
Hey, we're already here, aren't we? No harm in taking a load off for a bit. Plus, I know the Secure Transport Agency has some great Songhua tea stashed around here somewhere. I promise you, one sip and you'll be hooked. Anyway, you just sit down and relax, Uncle Drugway. Who would I be if I just sat here and let you go through all this trouble? Leave this to me. I have to be up and about to drop these goods off anyway. What's a little extra time on my feet? Oh, you aren't too picky, right, Traveler? I know Paimon prefers things on the sweeter side, so I won't steep the tea too long. And I'll add some dim sum pastries on the side.
Aw, you noticed what Paimon likes?
How long have you two known Gaming?
Последние
Oh,
пару
not
часов.
long at all. We just kind of tagged along on his trip to Yulong Wharf. He's just a super welcoming guy. We became friends, you know.
That's just how he is. He's the attentive sort. Really knows how to look after his own. A while ago, one of our guards had to take off work. Said his joints were hurting due to the rain. Gaming personally went all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some medicine for him from Dr. Bai. That young man has such a good head on his shoulders. How can anyone not love him? I mean, there is his dad, but, well, ask anyone else. And
На самом деле он построил лажу этому своему наемнику. Он же ушел явно не от того, что кости ломит, а от того, что ему хочется на выходных побыть.
Uncle Yongzan says he doesn't have the personnel to spare for this delivery right now. So what do you think, Uncle Drugway? Should I go ahead and deliver it instead?
it feels like we've troubled you enough already.
It's kite-making materials, though. Could be for a kid. I'm sure the sender wants it delivered before Lantern Night. Oh, by the way, here, have some tea.
All right then, deliver it if you want to.
Ooh, are you free in 2 days? How about we grab some dim sum from Shinya Kiosk? My treat, and don't even think about trying to pay.
Whoa, that's way too generous of you.
Don't mention it. Just think of this as a thank you for all your help. Besides, the thing between me and my family, it's a long story. It might take some time to tell.
Sounds good. Paimon never says no to free food.
All right,
Ну, он же
then I'm off.
буквально
See you in 2
напрашивается
days.
поговорить.
Oh, and Paimon, make sure not to
А,
eat too much
какой-то?
before then. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Is he underestimating Paimon? She's just gonna have to show him how much she can really eat. Anyway, is Gaming's family situation? He has such a happy-go-lucky personality. Plus, he's an enthusiastic and diligent worker. It's hard to imagine a guy like that being troubled by
Since he already plans to tell you himself, you don't need an old man like me to add my 2 cents. You seem to be around the same age, so you might have a lot in common. Perhaps you could help him talk things through. Consider it a favor to me.
If you have the time, maybe you can make a little flag for us to wave about. It can say, "We provide aid in spades." Couldn't hurt to advertise our services, right?
Well, I can certainly arrange that.
Wait, seriously? Paimon was just joking, but if you're going to get us something, she'd much rather have wintermelon cake instead.
Seems like Gaming really has rubbed off on you. Would you like some more tea? I think there's some left.
No thanks. We came all this way and still haven't gotten a chance to look around the wharf. We should see the kinds of kites they got. Maybe they'll have ones you can't find in Liyue Harbor.
All right then. Please do let me know if you'd like more tea. You're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Да, ну и карта, конечно. Вот тут вот прям чувствуется, что какой-то средневековый городок буквально. Дом на доме. Я вот просто смотрю на карту и не понимаю, куда я должен идти. Как бы самый логичный путь через тур, но по сути, это, конечно, главная дорога. Но вот там вот это получается самый быстрый проход, просто вот где-то непонятно во дворах.
What are you doing here?
The way you speak, one might have presumed you were displeased to be in one's presence. Take note, Paimon. You could learn a thing or two about how to respect your elders.
Ugh, starting on the elder stuff already, huh?
А точно ли Пайман младше?
Shouldn't you be back in your cave tinkering away at some kite-related thingamabob or something? What brings you out here?
Какая Пайман злобная,
And
конечно.
what's with that huge box next to you? Ah! Paimon gets it. You're here to do some shopping, aren't you?
And what of it? The Qixing's decision to integrate Fontanian technology into said kite-flying competition is of no consequence to oneself. Did you expect one to willfully compete against the whimsical trends of worldly sentiment, or perhaps even fall to petty sulking over such?
It's not that we think those things exactly. That's just what Mountain Shaper and Mooncarver told us. Or Chia something and Ho. Paimon can't be bothered to remember what their aliases were called.
Ладно.
Anyway, they went to Liyue Harbor to look for you. They even asked us to pass along their regards.
Ага.
Tianyin?
It appears time has quite flown since one's arrival in Liyue Harbor. How could one have forgotten about those 2 old fossils? One shall have to bring them back some divine herbs to atone for this slight. Nay, given that one has ventured all this way to Yilong Wharf, tea would be more advisable.
Как
Great
она
thought has
медленно
illuminated one's mind
думает.
once again. one is reminded that certain purchases have yet to be made. Perhaps you two could wait here whilst one performs this task. It'll be but a moment.
Huh? Wait, here? You really just gonna ditch us here to watch your stuff? Oh, that woman really just does whatever she wants. Hey, not you too, Traveler! Oh, all this Paimon ditching is super not appreciated. Just come back soon, okay? Paimon doesn't.
Welcome. Please have a look around. We only sell teas of the finest quality, sourced directly from Chaoying Village. Might I recommend the Sunglo variety? It's one of our specialties.
Добро пожаловать. Знакомьтесь с ассортиментом. У нас представлен самый отборный чай. Бу-бу-бу. И он так говорит, типа, орёт, прям визуально. Например, вот так вот. Бу-бу-бу.
Now, that sounds promising. One will bring
Ага,
some
я всегда
old
думаю по
fossils.
полчаса, стоя в такой позе.
2 boxes will do.
Wonderful. By the way, we're actually running a special lantern ride promotion. Buy 3 boxes, get 10% off. 4 boxes will net you 20% off.
20% off 4 boxes. This merchant strikes a fair bargain. One might as well give some to Morax and Ping too.
Ха,
Then
подумаю
4
еще
shall
полчаса.
suffice.
I see. Are you intending to give these as gifts? If so, perhaps I can interest you in these exquisite gift sets. Buy 10, get half off. Look at the magnificent design. And the red ribbon gives quite the festive flair, don't you think? Such a gift would be sure to impress any lucky friend or family member.
10 boxes. Seems rather excessive. But if one factors in the conqueror of demons and one's
Мне
disciples...
интересно, кто больше потратит, дед или она? У тебя столько денег-то есть?
10, a nice round number, don't you think? Of course you do. I'll even shave a little extra off the price for you.
That is agreeable. One will, I will have these boxed up then.
Of course, right away.
I see you have quite the eye for fine items, mademoiselle. Perhaps some of my wares might also be of interest to you. I'm a toy merchant from Fontaine. You'll get nothing but the finest and most intricate clockwork toys Mora can buy here. Each one sure to be a source of endless amusement.
Коробочки какие-то.
Perhaps you could enlighten me then. When should said amusement be derived?
Well, that is, of course, best understood by playing with them yourself. If you could wait just a moment, I can bring one out and give you a demonstration.
Как его легко смутили.
There is no need for that.
Mademoiselle.
Give me your newest and finest model, and be sure to package it securely.
Ah, of course. Here you go. The instruction manual is...
I can do without, thank you. Many watchful eyes surround this place. If one were to be spotted purchasing a mechanical toy such as this, a child's plaything no less, it would only invite scandal. There
Ладно.
is no harm in bringing it back to study in secret.
Oh, Shenyan, did your shopping go smoothly?
Naturally, one may not delight in social interactions, but that does not mean one lacks said faculties.
По-моему,
And
не
you
ловится.
too? Are you not here to purchase things?
We just haven't had time yet. It doesn't look like there are any kite stalls around Elong Wharf. But it does look like there are lots of goods from Fontaine.
You are also planning to participate in the kite flying competition then? One means to say, you along with all the other youths. One has been entreated to share one's kite-making expertise, and indeed, there was little one could do about such persistent supplication. One moment energetic and earned, one had no choice but to acquiesce to these requests, and thus, one will be organizing a kite-making workshop to
Oh, who will be participating?
Shuyu, Shenhe, Ganyu, and Yayo.
Wow, that's quite a few people.
Открытый мастер-класс для 4 человек.
But it's
Трёх.
not like you have to make your own kite to participate in the competition. You can just buy one ready-made and call it a day.
You speak of those equipped with the mechanical lifting device, do you not? 'Tis nothing but a crude piece of mortal machinery.
На самом деле, очень странно, почему она назвала это примитивными игрушками, потому что она должна была сказать, что здесь не требуется ни мастерства, ни собственного достоинства. Нужно уметь признать, что ты не сможешь одолеть ветер, и только тогда бла-бла-бла, а
The
она что-то
mechanism that one
игрушки.
has developed was the fruit of millennia of meticulous study. Let us not speak of the source of the mechanism's power, but rather its structure. It is composed of materials as light as bamboo and as strong as iron. This composition grants it the lightness of weight to ascend into the sky and the durability to follow the wind for many a mile. It is built with a series of intersecting rods that... Never mind. It is unlikely the two of you will understand, even should one expend the effort to explain. One is better off saving one's breath.
It sure seems like you want to talk about it, though.
So, will you be
Это
attending the
всё ещё.
workshop or not?
Ну, край.
Wait, you've been trying to invite us this entire time?
All right then. No need to prepare the materials in any case. One has it all sorted. Arrive at Mount Outsong in 2 days. I shall be expecting you around midday.
Are you leaving? Don't you want a guide to help you with that big box of yours?
Surely you jest. One goes as one pleases. For what reason would one need to rely on another?
It can float? What kind of invention is that?
One calls it the floating toting device.
Так, парящая или переносная?
She seems pretty proud of that one. Look at her walk down the street. She seems so confident, but everyone around her is looking at her all funny. Paimon wonders... never mind. But anyway, that box of hers seems to be full of those mechanical lifty thingamabobs. Not that Paimon was peeking or anything. She just, got a bit unsteady for a second and wouldn't you know it, all the stuff inside almost came bursting out. Paimon even went out of her way to... All Paimon say is that Shenyun sure does try hard to save... What did she call it again? A crude piece of mortal machinery? Paimon bets she just can't wait to take it apart and see how it's made.
А чё в этом
We
плохого?
should probably act like we didn't see anything, though. You know, in consideration of her... After all, that is the propriety with which one should comport oneself.
Через 2 дня с 8 часов до 1. Блин, ну что за... Посидите, подождите 2 дня. Ну, спасибо, конечно. Господи. Почему они не могут просто, типа, перемотку времени сделать? Хотя, с другой стороны, я вообще не... Ну, типа, они делают один сюжет, но при этом в какой-то момент тебе надо просто 2 дня этот сюжет прерывать. Ну, как бы... В чем прикол? С 8, да? Кофе арабика 100%. Не, серьезно, эта штука мне очень напоминает. Господи, у кого было это кофе? Я даже забыл. Чё так давным-давно, когда мне было там лет полгода, наверное, 14 уже, я его постоянно покупал, но сейчас вот вообще забыл. Чё-то из брендовых. Это было еще до того, как в пятерочке появилась вот эта вот половина растворимый, половина ну, просто молотая. Полупорошковое, полу такое.
I've never had dim sum at Shinue Kiosk before, but it should be quite the feast for sure. Ooh, and that's Paimon's stomach right on cue telling her it's time to go find Yami. Let's go!
Чего, погодите-ка. Угу. Ага. Ладно. Ну чё ж, проходим сюжет. Сюжетище.
The wind rises.
Погодите, а я разве не выполнил его? Я ж его еще черт знает когда выполнял. Вкусный сок без украшений.
Squall and fury.
Это огонь. Где? Не вижу. А, вот он. Да.
Behold. Squall Fury.
Да, мы снова пришли тебе покормить. Обитель была наполнена механизмами столь изощренными, что я могла бы говорить о их устройстве целый день. Когда строительство обители было завершено, я оставила чертежи там. Я запечатала обитель в надежде, что кто-то достойный однажды сможет забрать чертежи, но и по сей день чертежи хранятся под печатью. Я больше не вижу нужды хранить чертежи в обители. Может быть, у тебя получится принести их мне? Чем вам чертежи? У меня есть на то свои причины.
Quit following me.
Но она, короче, боится за свою интеллектуальную собственность, я так понимаю. Иди-то я уже не помню. Ровно год назад я был тут последний раз.
The wind rises. Upon the gale.
Да, действительно был именно тут. Ладно.
Squall Fury.
Барьер в никуда. Серьезно, я не могу на этот камушек забраться.
Quit following me.
Ой, господи.
Behold. Squall Fury.
Да, опять кондатию, что ли, брать?
Behold.
Пусти тут по 40 лет. Сейчас я скачусь куда-нибудь. Нет. А, точно, тут телепорт.
Squall Fury.
Еще в этом кофе. Молоко, по-моему, зимнее использовали. Оно прям такое. Со вкусом зимнего молока. Какое там партия? А, ну да. А, нет. Нет, 8 месяц. Это летняя партия. Да уж. Ну хрень за кофе, конечно. О нет. Так.
The process of elimination.
Так, в какую сторону теперь? Так, так вот получается, да? Хорошим, я мог просто странником, наверное, туда уже залететь. Знаете? Я ведь мог. Хотя не, наверное, не смог бы. Нет, погоди. Куда? Не парить.
The wind rises.
Как я режу путь.
Our bond is strong.
Flicker.
Все, оставь. Так, я добрался. Здоров. Ну, вообще нет, не завидуют. Ну это буквально нефритовый дворец, это камень, на который загрузили кучу камней в виде фундамента и сверху поставили деревянный сарай. Извините, это как-то слишком просто смотрится. грубо говоря, нефритовый дворец, как кучка камушков, он из себя представляет не более сложное строение, чем, ну, я не знаю, обычный дом, по сути своей. Да, на него уйдет больше времени, учитывая, что его надо еще как-то вдрузить на тот самый летающий камушек, но смысла в этом ровно нуль получается-то. А, честно говоря. Так. Где? Вот. Вот.
Upon the gale.
О, пить. Жареная лапша с рыбой. А почему? Почему не лапша с жареной рыбой? Либо я уже поехавший, либо, ну я не знаю, меня так накрыло просто
You're here early.
с
I
такого.
just ordered. The food should be out in a second.
Господи,
Sit down,
они
sit down.
типа как просто перевернули название.
Let's all take a seat.
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a thing?
А вы тоже помните, как при осмотре врача, да, в школе, там был такой тазик с водой. На самом деле было так забавно. Так забавно, когда у пары человек он потребовался. Да. Ладно, история, конечно, не для YouTube, потому что сразу ее забрали.
Wow, so much delicious food.
А теперь представьте, что это он
All
говорит
this
таким
just for
голосом.
breakfast?
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about holding back.
Eat! If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's tong soy coming as well. I don't usually have that in the morning, but, well, since everyone's here, I just had to order it. What about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood and congee? Let me refill your bowl.
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and full and make sure she gets a few extra shrimp. Thanks! So full. That meal was so satisfying, it even gave Paimon some extra brain juice.
So full.
Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out. Let's think about this for a second, Gumming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole that would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from each other.
Are you confusing me with Xingqiu?
Ты раскусил его?
Huh? You know Xingqiu?
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. What it comes down to is, more often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
Oh, you truly are a man of many talents, young...
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to burst your bubble, Paimon, but you're wrong about...
What? Oh, Paimon thought she was onto something there.
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small scale stuff, you know? It wouldn't even make sense to mention his business in the same breath as the Feiyun commerce. My dad... He always wanted me to inherit the family business. To be a but that's just not who I am. It's not who I ever wanted to be.
Ого, он такой серьезный.
You know, about your interests and aspirations and stuff.
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job. Just a child's pipe dream.
Ну так-то он и прав, ты этим даже не зарабатываешь, ты просто делаешь какую-то фигню. Ну, по сути, если думать
I'm sure he thought I would come
логически.
around eventually, but wushu dancing has always been the only thing I wanted to do. One day, he tried to get me to visit some other tea merchants to start building the right relationships, but I refused to go. In the end, I was so angry that I ran away from home. Don't get on my case just yet, okay? It's not like I think I'm completely... No. I know that it wasn't the right way to go about. But my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, it just went in one ear and out the other. There was no changing his mind. I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor, the results could speak for themselves.
Ну да, и у каждого на самом деле вот так вот. Вот я бы сейчас взял и прославился. Ну, так, ты же до сих пор не прославился, и до сих пор просто ходишь мальчиком на фигурках так-то. Логически он был прав. Да. Как бы это ни было прискорбно сообщать, но все мы умрем в канаве, нахрен никому не давшиеся.
But I'm sure you both already know how that's going. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested in hiring a performer. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So I found a job as a guard to make some money. And now, still, change takes time. Gotta take it slow, you know?
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Our tea's getting cold. Ooh, let's do something fun this afternoon. What do you say, huh? I'll organize.
Actually, we told Xianyun that we would go to her kite-making workshop.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite-making?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
Do you not know who she really is, Gami?
Oh, I know that she's an adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't she been in the city lately? She's even tried, with some limited success, to change her terms of... She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't plan on putting those on a kite, does she?
Is that not something?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. Why couldn't she tell me what she wanted them for?
Так, а какая разница? Ну типа, она просто использует то, что видит под рукой и пытается это соединить. Это, ну как бы созидательное творчество. Ну как бы, ну хорошо, он допустим тяжелый. Но в остальном, что бумага, что одежда, они не особо отличаются. К тому же, если она делает бумагу прям с ним сразу же включенным, то получается, ну, прочность может быть понизится, но в целом это будет не то же самое, что слой краски сверху, так что вообще без
She
разницы.
does seem to have trouble with that sometimes.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end. Okay, I'll go with you. If Auntie Xianyun wants to use those dyes on a kite, the formula will need to be changed.
Great! The more the merrier!
Ах, как хорошо, что у меня кнопка G работает. Телепорт.
Ganyu! Ganyu! Come on, wake up! Some friends have arrived!
Hello, friends.
Ясно.
Ganyu!
Oh, I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are... Apologies in advance.
Wait! Shenhe? Not...
See? It worked.
Are you okay, Ganyu? Do you need some water?
I'm fine. I just feel...
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. So, does this mean that heat's what we need to help you, Ganyu? Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression...
I feel a bit better now. Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually take my midday nap.
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you often. Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin restaurant with me. We get off at 10 on the dot every night without fail.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming. I work as a guard for the Secure Transport Agency.
По-моему, он сказал вообще Гами.
Gaming. The name sounds familiar. I believe I've heard your name. People tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker, and you're very generous with your help.
Well, you know me. Or, I guess you don't.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe, and this is Yao Yao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master is willing to teach, I am willing...
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying competition. Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right? Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. I'll meet up with her later and give her a huge surprise. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself when working with bamboo, so I thought I should come prepared.
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack some of... I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festive but Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there is. She always puts us before herself.
Huh.
It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop.
Ну это то есть буквально выглядит, как она притащила их всех и говорит: так, вы хотите его помогу.
My motivation for being here might be a little different, yes. But I'm ready to...
Well, we're all here, but where the heck...
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered tone?
О май гад, она с кем-то пришла.
Heard Paimon!
Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm.
Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest adeptus. Someone as wonderful as you is so delicious. Paimon's life is
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly marked. Use them as you see fit. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating. Yes? Are there any...
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening. Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any trouble, questions, or simply want to chat.
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see what the others are up to?
Ну хорошо, камень так камень.
Hey, Gaming, want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the dye formula.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh?
No, it's not that. It would take too long to explain. I guess I'll just make one then. What shape should we go with? What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular design you want?
I want a swanee.
That might be a little...
True, but I still want to try. They're super cute.
Okay.
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on.
I see. My apologies. I shall remember that in the future.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what Miss Ganyu's horns feel like.
Вы какие-то странные.
Please, I told you, just call me Ganyu. Well, alright. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain medicinal plants I've eaten before. Oh, still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from... Anyway, we should probably get started on our kite. It won't be long before Cloud Retainer comes to check on our progress. Perhaps we should just choose the most traditional...
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design, is it a finch?
Yep.
Ни хрена себе.
One is looking forward to seeing your...
What color?
Другое дело, что они просто взяли стандартную подложку.
I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friends. But if I make it gold...
If you are asking for one's own opinion, one would advise choosing gold. When giving a gift, The key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not? One imagines your friend would much prefer a kite that reminds them of you.
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi. How did you know?
With age comes wisdom, child. One simply
Oh, cool. Thanks, Auntie Cloudrich. I'm gonna start painting it gold right.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one was supposed to be doing the
We actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start. We
Ладно.
should get started on our kite now. Let's go. First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, that's not a completely crazy idea. If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels and always find the tastiest food, and maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should exaggerate this a bit. Now, what expression should we give her? Since the kite is...
М,
It's too high! Someone save Paimon! She's about to faint! Like that? Now that we've decided, let's make it happen!
Ладно. Сухпай решил, что можно немного поиронизировать над Сухпаем.
Done! Paimon has to say. Kai Paimon might even... Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh! Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Смотрит.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow. It's so pretty. Yep. The coloring makes it look a lot like Master.
If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image. If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you doze off while painting it, Ganyu?
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see is blue and white.
Oh. Well, now that you mention it, Paimon can...
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and painted from memory.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow. The disciples of Adepti really are some...
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is flattered by the likeness.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night. Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao. It's all thanks...
What about your kite, traveler?
Ладно. Так,
That's hilarious.
походу угорает только он.
Paimon feel like you're laughing at her and not with her.
I'm just admiring the expression you chose. Whether the kite soars high in the air or comes crashing straight to the ground, it's still fitting. That's quite the impressive feat, actually.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh?
Ого!
Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety by releasing a kite into one's territory without one's permission? Oh, and to do so by making use of this crude one simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released.
Да,
There's wind up ahead. Looks like we can glide over.
у меня есть более совершенный механизм. И он даже способен летать.
It's right there.
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion is quite curious.
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not sufficiently attentive, and now the kite has vanished.
Calm yourself. Do you have any recollection of its last location?
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Out. Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain sense of dread at the thought.
Your concern is misplaced, surely. Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her on the subject of said kite, however. One simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift technology. One cannot help but surmise that its ingenuity rivals that of Cloud Retainer's.
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell to any further use of the Supreme Cuisine Machine.
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Тан -тан -тан.
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath. It would be better to stay silent.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice to
Ругай, не
What about the
думай,
Moon
блин.
Chase Festival? Sooner or later, she will discover our true identity.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such.
Ah, you're an Adeptus? Please forgive us for any. I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible for such wanton behavior?
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all, then we'll just be on our way.
We finally caught up. Mooncarver? Mountain Shaper? What are you doing
Где твою мать, Паймон?
You!
Okay, now Paimon's getting a wee...
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises. One was simply curious as to how.
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how enticing these city novels.
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the delights of the times. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand. No worthy kite could be born of our...
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves. Your singular talent stands unmatched.
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene again. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
Да.
Leaving already? All this flying from places.
Then, should we continue flying the kite?
A splendid suggestion, but it would be advisable to change locations.
Perhaps your mountain would suffice? It is more than spacious enough.
A fine idea. A fine idea indeed.
Да, каким же серьезным видом они это все обсуждают. Ладно. Хорошо, постмодерн засчитан. Бумс.
They're back.
Paimon's pooped.
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with their kites. Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that I don't...
Oh? What?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from... He looked quite dejected as he said this.
Now that you mention it, Gao Ming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
A reflection of himself. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of kinship and the bonds that tie us and...
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection, but lose it. And you, if Gao Ming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself, then I fear I understand.
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset and experiences, right?
Just like some people can eat spicy food, but others won't go anywhere.
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are as important as they are.
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about this conversation?
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on every little thing, you know. Where were you anyway?
Паймон агрессивная.
One was merely doing a bit of cooking. Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied, one would entreat you to stay and eat before you depart.
Oh, it's been so long since I've had the chance to enjoy...
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone's culinary proclivities.
Hey! Paimon's hungry too! It's not like the dim sum and grilled fish could keep her full the whole day, you know?
Shenhe, Ganyu, come with me.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
Какие они пиксельные.
wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
Huh? She asked them just like that?
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so elegant and refined! Those outfits really suit—
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one would expect nothing less. What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe?
Lately? Why is Cloud Retainer—
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited one's own
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
Вот как раз не соглашусь. На черной-то одежде очень хорошо видно пятна. На каких-нибудь темных мягких тонах, да, хуже. Но на чисто черном.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer.
Thank you, Master.
One is content, as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments will see much use.
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better, Xianyun! This golden crab's particularly good. The shell's deliciously crunchy, and the meat inside is so succulent and sweet! It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shuyu. One was... Oh, well. One will just have to extend one's thanks in person.
А вы его отблагодарите лично.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man of much merit, and one is not the type who would see such potential squandered.
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string that—
Kite string? Huh, what strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe. Ever since you returned from one mean restaurant, your turns of phrase render—
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict between—
One has only heard that the two are not—
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say? Huh.
Oh, okay. Paimon just hopes he won't mind.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste. As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of Menogias. He possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric selection and color pairing, but also for what accessories could best— At a gathering of adepti, Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogias made for her was too long and impractical, lamenting that it would only hinder her in battle. However, when one asked Menogias his opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. Menogias was that type of person. When it came to topics relating to garments and accessories, not even Rex Lapis could best his stubbornness. And later... one seems to have strayed off topic. One means to say that Lantern Rite should be a day of reunion. It is a time to address problems before they turn into regrets.
Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason. If there is a chance for young people to remain insulated from this reality...
That's nice and all.
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps Adeptal Arts could be of use. No.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Блин, у нее такой мертвый взгляд и наезд камеры, что это прям хоррор какой-то.
Combining efforts is a fine... Aha! What? How about this?
Как насчет куста?
Does that make sense to everyone?
Дерево. Понятно?
Oh, Paimon really...
One's designs never fail. Now then, I counsel rest for all, and...
Ну ладно. 2 дня так 2 дня. Пойду пожру тогда. Так как я сюда еще зайду вечером, то давай так. До свидания.